Hi, I'm Ethan Tabarejo on the Pulsar podcast. I'm here with
Jade Anderson,
Josh Lewandowski,
Sophia Hail.
and we're going to be going over the JROTC's accomplishments this year. So I'm here with the drill team captain and the SF. Yeah. So I heard that SF took the One Night Adventure Challenge first place this year. Could you tell us about that a little bit?
Yeah, it's probably one of the biggest competitions nationwide. So it's a pretty big fitness challenge. You know, everybody works together. You know, we can't do it without everybody, every member of the team. So it's really important. And it was a lot of fun. Really grueling.
Oh, I see. So, what kind of events were there?
So we had to do a bunch of PT stuff. So I think for the males team, anyways, we had to do a total of 280 push-ups as a team for one of the events. You know, there were a couple of different kinds of PT events. We had to do the Army Combat Fitness Test.
Oh.
So that was pretty fun. And then probably the one that everybody's most proud of is we had to carry 5-gallon jugs about 100 meters and back. And
On the sand.
on the beach. Yeah, so it's pretty tough. It was a lot of fun though.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I was thinking of joining SF initially, but then, life happened.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, I could not handle it.
Yeah.
I initially, because they advertised it you get a cool beret for your uniform and all this stuff, and that just kind of didn't happen.
Yeah, I mean, the uniforms are cool, you know. Yeah. But it's really just about how everybody works together to get things done. You know?
Staying in shape.
Yeah, staying in
the
shape.
practices is really what I think a lot of people go for is just being able to practice together with a team.
Yeah. It gives you a good feeling, you know, 5 a.m.
Yeah, 5 a.m. practice.
Practice starts at 5 a.m.?
It did,
It did,
for the
yeah.
past 3 months. We've been having practice every day at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Because we were doing the whack and drill comp at the same time. So we had to fit in all those practices every day.
Yep.
And so SF got moved really early in the morning so that drill could happen after.
That's right.
Could you tell us a little bit about drill too? Because I know we did super well for drill as well.
Right. I think drill has been really impressive too, but for both of the teams, it's been really cool to see how well we've been doing as a school because Moanalua is not really seen as that competitive. This year we're kind of the underdogs. The Marine and Army schools usually take all these comps. Schools like Capole or Roosevelt. Right, I can think of it. Roosevelt, they usually take all these comps. Roosevelt takes the SF ones and Capole takes the drill ones. So this year we've been working really hard and I've been really impressed with our team because, we go in and we're nervous and we think maybe we won't do that good even though we put in all this time. And then it's time for awards and it's announced that we place in every event almost. Every time we place in every event except an exhibition team. Because that was kind of a last minute thing. We didn't get to practice that as much. It was just for fun.
Really?
Yeah.
Brand new this year?
Brand new this year. Naya came up
about
with this.
a week of practice.
Yeah.
Yep.
Probably a total of only 6 hours of practice.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that. I mean, hey, we pulled it off. We finished the whole routine. You know?
Yeah, we did it. We didn't totally fail it, but in terms of the regulation teams and the inspection teams, I was super happy with them. It took a lot of time and it's a little frustrating, but it was really cool. At the last comp, the equivalent to states for drill is pack rim.
Oh, yeah.
The Pacific
That
Rim comp.
happened, I think, a few weeks ago.
I think it's in March.
Yeah, in March, late
In
March.
Yeah.
Yeah, we won second overall by only 18 points.
Oh, yeah.
And that's a big deal. Moanalua usually, for years, hasn't done that well. So
Congrats to them. Congrats to the drill team. Congrats to SF. So, as for practices, how does your practices usually go for SF and drill?
So for SF, we normally start with 1.5 miles in the morning.
Oh.
Trail run.
Yeah,
Oh.
we do a little trail run. So we start down by the track, go out down the teacher parking lot, and then we run up the main hill to the main entrance to the school.
Oh yeah.
And then we run the stairs up by the student center and down by the gym twice, and then we snake the bleachers, and that's our warm up.
Oh.
So generally that's what we start off with, and sometimes we'll go do push-ups, do sit-ups, do sprints, conditioning, tire flips, everything, buddy carries, nobody gets dropped or anything like that most of the time, but then we have fun with it though. So every once in a while we'll have a good fun practice where it's not really that intense or that laid back, everybody's just kind of chilling and having a good time.
Okay. So I can tell that I don't know, all the pictures that I've seen of the SF comps, you can tell that there's a really good bond between everyone there.
For sure,
Yeah.
100%. Everybody there is really tight, no one's ever feeling left out. We do everything together, one of our biggest standards is that everybody finishes together.
Mm-hmm.
So every time we go through something, we finish as a team. We start as a team, we end as a team, and that's how we win.
For drill practices, so for a little while we were having, we had 2 drill commanders. Like I had someone helping me out with the unarmed team, and I was doing the armed team, but then they weren't able to do it, so I had to take on both of them, which isn't too bad. I've done it before, but we just go in the gym in the morning and do our runs. We have a sequence. It's probably like 60 steps long sequence for the regulation events. Form up and do a cold run, and then we usually pinpoint the little things we're struggling with to focus on those. Just runs over and over again. That's kind of how drill is, just the same thing over and over.
Muscle memory.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Coordination.
Yeah, but this time at Pack Room we did end up doing inspection for armed with the rifles, and that's something we've never done before. Personally, I've never even done it even at my older schools. So that was kind of a big, kind of scary challenge where we're just gonna see what happens, and you have to know knowledge questions. You have to know the national chain of command, and you have to know the serial number of your rifle, or just random things like stuff about the flag or stuff about history. And so we showed up to the comp, and then we realized we were kind of underprepared for that. We were listening to the other teams getting their inspection done, and we were like, oh, we didn't study all these questions. So that was a little hectic, but we managed to pull it off. We got third place in armed inspection at Pack Room. So.
For any people who I don't know, because for when I initially joined or decided to join our JROTC, I saw that the teams were a huge incentive, special teams that no one really can get into unless you win it.
Right.
So what would be just some cool stuff to rope people in?
About the teams?
Yeah, about the teams.
Honestly, I think it's really unfortunate that more of the cadets don't participate in teams. Between drill and SF, it's about the same cadets. It's about the same 20-ish people that do all these teams. And not even just drill and SF, but also the JLab teams and the Cyber Patriot teams. It's the same people that's doing all of these things. And I really wish more people would get involved because it's an awesome resume builder, even if you're not a main part of the team, or even if you're not a commander like me and Josh, showing that you're part of this team and that you put in the time and the effort is really impressive. On top of that, if you're already a cadet and you're looking for the incentives of being a cadet, we don't always have the cool uniform stuff, but sometimes we do get the shoulder tabs and things. More so, I think it's really just about that team spirit and that bonding.
Yeah, for sure.
And getting Moanalua's name out there.
That's right.
It's really something to be proud of.
Yeah, especially this year. We came out as underdogs, right? Our first SF competition, we got DQ'd in every event.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was a major fail.
We got disqualified in every event. So coming into this last competition, everybody was like, oh yeah, Roosevelt, this, 3-time champions, 3 in a row, so we dethroned them. So it was kind of underdogs to champions, We came out there and we got our trophies. Everybody was like, who are these guys? Look at these scrawny guys out here, taking championships from these Marine Corps and Army ROTC programs. It's big, and I think hopefully next year, that'll bring more cadets to the program, stuff like that,
And you can tell that when we were out there wasn't the team support the way that we had it. We had our family members, we had each other, where we were running with each other while we were doing the activities. And it just showed and encouraged us to do better and strive better. And it showed compared to the other schools.
For sure.
The dedication.
Yeah, and even I know a lot of people on the team, like, we don't all see ourselves as super physical. The males team is kind of set apart, and then the mixed team and the female team, we're all like, we're just there for the fun time, you know, we're there to give it our best. But then we ended up winning, and it's really like cool to see that in yourself and to see that you can win and you can do hard things. I think all of us have grown a lot over the year.
For sure.
Yeah.
Like pushing ourselves and doing more than we think we can take on. And I think that's something that I wish more people would do. Like, you know, get themselves out there and see what they can accomplish.
You never know what'll happen.
I don't know. I wish I gave it a little bit more time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does take time.
It takes a little bit of time to get used to everything, but you know, in the end, no regrets. You know?
Yeah. So, is that good? Okay. How long was that?